Hello, it's the Sensor Gambino here with a new stream. And this stream I'm going to be going over week 11 of Grand Theft Auto Online, Criminal Enterprises DLC. Pretty even week for this week. However, I do my intro, I think I butchered it this time, but whatever. But yeah, starting off here, there is a new adversary mode known as Judgment Day. Has a small team of riders in it. The other team seems to be the Hunted. Riders appear to be on like the Sanctus. And then Hunted, I assume, is mainly just going to be like ground combat, I assume. I assume Hunted would mainly be focused on ground combat, on the other hand. But yeah. Possible Terminator reference here, I believe. I think I heard there's like Terminator like Judgment Day or something, so maybe there's like Terminator kind of stuff or something with the name Judgment Day, perhaps. Get a new Halloween themed adversary mode in the game. It's been since the Spooky Job remix, which wasn't necessarily all that long ago. But yeah, I think the last adversary mode was like the Spooky Job remix. It's been like a couple months, maybe. Been not anywhere near the longest wait since the previous adversary mode, whatever, beforehand. But yeah, the vehicle this time around is the Obey 10F. And I believe according to the leaked drip feed and stuff, I believe this is actually the last legendary motorsport vehicle. So don't expect any more vehicles on this legendary motorsport website. I believe the rest are like on all the different other websites they've put them on, which would be separate in like Benny's. But yeah, I think this is the last vehicle for legendary motorsports for the update. For anyone's information. And yeah, subscription service, nothing new there. That was available the last time around as well. When they did like the skydives and stuff, that was one that was introduced. But yeah, OB10F, according to Bruffy152, it appears to have like 15th place lap time and then like 11th place top speed. So it's kind of like right beneath the top 10 when it comes to top speed. So since it's like after the top 10 for laps on top speed, performance-wise, I would say maybe don't get it. But there will be an upcoming version actually that you enhance this vehicle with on like Benny's. But according to the leaked drip feed and whatnot, there will be a Benny's version of this as well. This thing actually kind of states that in game as well, actually. So it might be worth picking this up later on for when that custom like wide body version comes out. But yeah, wide body version should be coming out, I believe it's called, in the future. I think it will be one of the last repeat vehicles, I believe, as well. But it's only the regular one, not the wide body. Woo. They keep trying to get me to buy GK subscription service here, apparently. GK minus. Still not getting it. Cock store. But yeah. So I guess riders look like they appear to be like the four horsemen of the apocalypse. They seem to be outfitted like the four horsemen of apocalypse. So that's pretty interesting. Possibly more details on this later, of course, once I get in the game. But yeah, nothing really new here. Went over the performance, number-wise, a little bit, according to Bruffy152. very reputable YouTuber, and it goes over the performance of vehicles. And it's under top 10 for both lap time top speeds. Again, I wouldn't really get this one at least for performance, but maybe look out for the wide body it has to release still. War mask. Okay, so it's just a simple login reward. Don't really have to do anything aside for a login. I assume no duty ever horseman ones in the coming weeks, since there's 4 of them. There's like 4 weeks in a month, and obviously there's like month-long Halloween stuff going on. And Premium Deluxe Motorsports Showroom. I guess I'll go over the vehicles a little bit over here. At least the ones that I like to mention here. But yeah, there's a Rin Chebrick, which is 50% off, or whatever pronunciation. That's painted in classic black, and then it's customized with a rusted livery. But a Chebrick, I think, or whatever, is like a sport classic, and it's definitely nowhere near the like top of the sport classic if I have the classing correctly. But you have to go over the performance from Ruffy 1322's like spreadsheet thing that I use. So I'll go over the like numbers for this vehicle for performance wise, so people know if it's worth picking up or not. Alright, yeah. Chebrick is a sport classic, like I remembered. It's a E tier sport classic vehicle, and it is at least 21st place lap time, and then at least like 27th place top speed. So it might be slightly above average for the class, at least for a lap time. Since there's like 45 around there vehicles. There's apparently like 45 sport classic vehicles in the game, so it is above average for a lap time. But still nowhere within the top 10 recommended, really. And yeah, top speed is being slightly worse. So yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend it Chebrick performance-wise. And then there's a classic bright orange manufacturer Streeter for 30% off. But yeah, Streeter I think is a sport car, and I don't remember it really necessarily being a good sport car. And I'll go over that performance on Ruffy 152 spreadsheet. I'm looking at my phone here. But yeah. Streeter. Trying to find it. Pretty sure it's in the sport class. Oh yeah. I didn't realize how low it was, that's why it took me a bit to find it, but yeah. The Streeter is at least, but yeah, the Streeter is in like the I tier apparently for a sport class, which is very bad. There's only like one other tier, and that's like the J tier. It's like the second worst tier for sport cars. And yeah, there's like 90-ish like sport cars in the game, so that's pretty bad. For lap time, the Streeter is apparently at least 87. I would even maybe put it a bit under now that there's the vehicles from Chrono Enterprise, because my spreadsheet I use from Ruffy 152 is from 4 Chrono Enterprise. So it's probably in like the very high, like 80s for placement and lap time for sure. So it's very bad. And then top speed is 81st. At least. I would probably put that on another couple placements. So it's apparently in the 80s for lap time and top speed. That's very bad for the streeter there, 30% off. So only you get it if you want customizations, assuming it has good customizations. Or for any personal preference reason, of course. And yeah. And then there's a tuner on there. And then there's a tuner on there with the Karen Calico GTF, 30% off, and pearlescent white paint job, and then tribal purple half-tone livery. But yeah, Calico GTF being a tuner sport car, that basically means it doesn't have good like sport car performance. But you don't really want to use it for a sport car itself. You want to use it for like the tuner stuff, like the robbery contracts, the street races, like the pursuit races. It's definitely pretty alright in that department. But yeah, for actual sport car races, definitely not. I don't think any of those like sport tuners are actually good for the actual sport class. But yeah, last I remember, it's a pretty average vehicle. I would say even maybe above average for the tuner subclass of racing and whatnot. So it could be pretty alright for your street races and pursuit races. And like, street races and pursuit races. I was going to say sprints, but those are like those free mode races where you can use like any vehicle for the most part. So it's definitely pretty good for the street and pursuit races. And obviously you want speed for like those robbery contracts as well. From like PDJ and DeSantis, so it's definitely going to be pretty good in there as well. It's typically within like the top few placements for that tuner subclass. For a lap time at least, that's pretty good. And the top speed I don't remember being bad either. So I would say that one's the best of those three on discount there to buy from the showroom if you for some reason want something from the showroom there. And then it doesn't mention the other two, but I don't think they're actually on discounts. I might cover them a bit more when I get to it, though I guess I'll mention the rest of them on the newswire. Since I'm already on the screen here anyways. Might take a bit more of a look at them later. But yeah. We had a Banshee and a Glendale, it doesn't mention. And that's because they are not on discount, just purely on the showroom. But yeah. There's a matte light gray version of the Bravado Banshee decked out in black racing stripes and livery. And yeah. I'm not going to really go into details right now, at least on performance. If I look more into it later, then I might go a little bit into it, but not as much as the other vehicles per se, since it's not on discount. But especially on Knife Gen, it's pretty decent with that HSW version, and then there's like the Benny's one in 8 Gen. That's kind of all I'm going to say right now, at least. And actually, that one Benny's version on 8 Gen is actually pretty decent top speed for the Superclass too, so there's kind of good reason for both systems to get the Banshee. And then the Benefactor Glendale painted metallic black. And yeah, the Glendale itself, I don't remember being all that impressive per se anymore. Yeah, the Glendale, I don't remember necessarily being too impressive anymore. But yeah, you can convert it into a couple versions similar to the Banshee. The first one they released, I think, was like an arena version that you can turn the Glendale into, like the arena, like Bruiser that can be weaponized. That's a good reason to get the Glendale over there. And then there's also a Benny's version they released a couple years back for a very customizable version of the Glendale. So yeah, even though these two aren't on discount, they do have a couple like good variations that you can get in a sense. So all of them are. So these two are kind of worth getting, even though they're non-discount. Yeah, definitely the main one on discount I would probably get would be the Calico GTF. And then complete a short trip to earn the Gray Vintage Frank Mask. Doing any of the free short trips for the week will get you the Gray Vintage Frank Mask. I assume this one's a new one, so for those that like to collect on clothing, it's probably something worth getting if you're big on collecting the different clothing. But you don't have to do all three of them, you just have to do one of them. Honestly, any of the first two short trips I feel are pretty good. I wouldn't recommend the third one though, because that's the one where you go to like that construction site and then the deal like goes wrong or something. So I wouldn't recommend that third one, but honestly, either of the like first two I would say are definitely pretty alright options for those three different short trips that you can choose. And that seems to be it. All the other stuff is from other events. And I wish it would fix the fucking invite only bug on the 9th gen version. But yeah, I really wish they would fix that invite only bug on the 9th gen version. For those that don't know, like, there's a bug with like going from like story mode to like invite only, and it's kind of bugged out right now with the Chrono Enterprise update, so that's why I go to public lobbies and stuff first. But yeah, the War Mask. Okay, there it is. But yeah, that's the War Mask right there. Little look there. I'm not gonna really cover it anymore because it's just a cosmetic mask. And maybe I should rock it, I guess. Why not? Into October Halloween Festive Spirit. But yeah, time trials. Yeah, time trials for the 7-week year Mount Gordo. But Mount Gordo basically just requires you to go on top of Mount Gordo. It's a pretty quick one compared to most of the other ones that can kind of be over a minute long. And yeah, sorry, but my throat's been kind of a fucking bitch right now, but yeah. But anyways, on knife gen, your choices are going to be pretty obvious here. You're going to want to use their like HSW vehicles typically for that better top speed acceleration. In the case of a motorcycle, you have only one option for HSW on knife gen, for the fastest one being the HSW Hostile Drag. That's probably what I'll be using here. But it just but yeah, HSW Hostile Drag, that's probably what I'll be using. And then for HSW supercars, there's the Weaponized Ignis, the Devastate HSW, and then there's the HSW Cyclone 2. HSW, like Weaponized Ignis, is more for lap time. HSW Devastate 8 is more for top speed, and then HSW Cyclone 2 is like acceleration, which is where you can go like from years 0 to like 60. Basically, you can go from like no speed to like top speed real quick. But the Cyclone 2 being an electric vehicle, being an electric car, will not have very good top speed. That's a good few like 9th gen options, I would say. And yeah, 8th gen for motorcycle, I believe a pretty good one for top speed. I believe it's the Western Reaver from the contract update, and I believe that's still a pretty good top speed. And yeah, since this one is Mount Gordo, another good top speed option I believe would be the Maibatsu Manchester Scout. Bit of Maibatsu Manchester Scout. That's a dirt bike, so it would be pretty fitting for Mount Gordo time trial. And some good lap time options, if I remember, or like more like a good general option perhaps. The regular Hostile Drag can be pretty decent for 8th gen, I would say, for the regular one at least. Obviously not 9th gen, because there's HSW one for 9th gen. The Shotaro, Nagasaki Shotaro, I believe can still be pretty average these days. And then yeah, there's the Body 801. There's the like $15,000 motorcycle from day one of the game, known as like the Body 801. Still a very decent one, I would say, for time trials. It's still very good. If you want a good cheap option, then yeah, definitely the Body 801. And yeah, for a supercar on 8th gen, lap time, there's the Proton Emirates, the Benefactor Krieger, and then I think the new LM87 from the Criminal Enterprise update is pretty good for a lap time, if I recall, from Bruffy 152. And top speed, I believe it's like the P-Vista 811, the Banshee 900R, and then the like P-Vista 811, like the regular Devastate, not the HSW on 9th gen, but like regular Devastate for like 8th gen, and then Banshee 900R, that like Benny's version I was kind of mentioning earlier. I believe it's like the top couple top speeds for a supercar, I think, for 8th gen, if I remember right. Because yeah, I've talked about those classes a lot, so I'm pretty familiar with them, so I kind of just go off of my memory. But yeah. RC Bandito time trial this time around is a fun day Blanca. And yeah. This is the one basically in like Mark Madrazo's like ranch area from like the story mode from the like Catalibri mission, whatever. But yeah. On this one you kind of have to watch out for possible like vehicle spawns. Like I know like a limousine I think can spawn at times. I think it's more during like daytime, so maybe if you like do it during nighttime that won't be much of an issue. But you might want to look out for some like vehicle spawns, like maybe be on the lookout for those so you don't run into them. That's probably the hugest issue I would say in this one here. Besides for that, you just gotta know how to like corner and stuff. That's basically the main thing with RC Bandito Temporals. You just gotta know how to like corner for like the whole course and whatnot. And yeah, you can only use the one vehicle, so there's no real like vehicle advice per se to mention. So I'm not gonna really mention much more on that one. And HSW, I already gave all the good HSW vehicle options. But yeah, the new like muscle car HSW vehicle is like the new best top speed for the HSW vehicles. If you want that best top speed like in the whole entire HSW like subclass basically, then the Vigera ZX that Vigera ZX HSW can be pretty decent. Otherwise, the ones I mentioned are some of the better ones from earlier. And yeah, now I think I'm gonna go over to the casino for like the podium vehicle and whatnot. And yeah, pretty interesting podium vehicle this time around. It is actually the Vapid Carrera. The original one that released the like 7 San Andreas Super Autos that has the 6 wheels and like the machine gun on it, and not the 4x4 that they did later on from like the Don Casino Resort update, whatever. Pretty sure it was the first casino update that did the 4-wheel version. Yeah, this one's a cool 6-wheel one with the machine gun that I prefer more, personally. Because I like my weaponized shit. Why the hell not? Stop by and play. Fucking awesome right now. But yeah, anyways, Vapid Carrera you'll find over on Warstock since it's weaponized. little preview of some discounts, by the way. Okay, I think I'm just kind of too low here. I think it's from 2018. Oh, yeah. It's a little above the Stromberg discount there. But yeah. Having the gun on it makes it a 5-seater, obviously, instead of like 4-seater. So capacity-wise, pretty good. So you got the extra seat compared to the 4x4, like more civilian version that ended up coming out later on. And yeah, if you get a custom version of it, and you ever like, if you get a custom version of it and they ever bring back like Target Assault, then I think you can use like the custom version on like the first like Target Assault map, which is like a game mode in the game. And yeah, do know you have to modify this at very particular mod shops here. So you can modify an Avenger, MSC. It's not mentioned here, but you can also modify at your arena workshop as well, as long as you have like a weaponized mechanic, I believe. So that's another option for modifying it. I think those are the only 3 options to modify it in its entirety: the MSC, Avenger, or the Arena Workshop with weaponized mechanic. And yeah, being a ground vehicle, even though it has like a weapon on it, that's going to ruin its like utility for making money. Because typically in the game, your air vehicles are typically going to be the best for making money. For this game would be the air vehicles. Ground vehicles just aren't anywhere near as efficient for like transportation to get around from like point A to point B and stuff. So yeah, that's going to ruin its utility. And you get bare minimal weaponization here. I think you only get the machine gun. I don't think there's any other like things, like there's no front mounted machine guns and like no like proximity mines. It's just a simple machine gun, I'm pretty sure. You might be able to upgrade the gun on it though to like a minigun instead of like a machine gun or something. And yeah, if you can do that, the main difference would be like rate of fire. I think machine gun specializes in damage a little bit. I think machine gun does a little more damage. But if you upgrade it to a minigun, I believe that's an option, and you're basically getting extra rate of fire, so you can basically do more like bullet firing. You can shoot more bullets, which means more chance of getting like a headshot and stuff. But yeah, probably won't really be using this, to be honest, for money making. It will probably just sit in a garage for the most part, to be completely honest. But just because it's weaponized, it's more useful than like 95% of vehicles in the game, I would say. So obviously you cannot go wrong with it if you win it. I guess it's weaponized. I'm not going to really talk about performance since it's already useful enough. Putting aside the performance. Is it going to keep sending this one, Berta? I did all 10 skydives before previously. Whereas at least the other email, I haven't done anywhere near all this stuff on there yet. But yeah, in terms of like the stuff that like Hero would be useful for, by the way, I would say something like a headhunter for like the VIP work, for example. Smaller stuff like headhunters and like other like VIP work would probably be the main strong suit for money making for the Kara. This was what I was talking about with Target Assault, by the way. It's not like a game mode, but Rockstar removed their own, unfortunately, when it comes to Target Assault. It could always come back because it's just faulted in the game. It's not like they removed it entirely, they can always bring it back. So if that ever becomes available again, it could get a bit more usage. And yeah, I'll start over with the test rides over here. 2 of them are tuners, and one's like a supercar from day 1 of the game that for some reason is featured. And that is the Pegassi Infernus. But yeah, there's no like conversions for the Infernus or anything that turn into like a Benny's vehicle or an arena vehicle or anything, so you're basically just gonna be forced into this like stock version here. And yeah, being a day 1 vehicle, it literally existed since September 17th, 2013. That's a very long time it's been available. And yeah, time to go into more performance from Bruffy 132 spreadsheet here. And the Infernus. The Infernus is a E tier supercar at least. That makes it at least a 40th place lap time and then 50th place top speed. So yeah, 40 and 50 for supercar, that's very bad. It's only like 56, maybe almost 60 supercars, and being in the 40s and 50s, that's below average for both lap time and top speed. So you don't really want this for performance. And being an older vehicle, I don't necessarily feel the customizations are going to be all that strong either, to be honest. So it's more of a personal preference kind of vehicle, I would say, only. And yeah, being from day 1 in the game, you can literally just customize in like the story mode or something, so it's kind of the pointless one, I would say. It is on a discount though, actually. I don't think I mentioned it yet. The Infernus, I believe, is actually on discount. I think all of these are actually on discount, by the way, on the test ride. Alright, yeah. The Infernus is $220,000 because it's 50% off. The vehicle is 50% off for the current event. Not that it's really worth getting anyways, but yeah. And then these ones are tuner vehicles, the Growler and then the Vector here, Vector and Growler. But yeah, the Emperor Vector The Emptor Vector is actually a pretty decent one, kind of. And that's for lap time. I think it's like number 2 lap time, I think, for the tuner subclass. Between like the 17 to like 19 different tuners of the 2 like coupe ones that released in the Chrono Enterprise update now. From what I last remember hearing about, it's like a number 2 at worst for the lap time, and that's pretty decent. Be a number 2 lap time, very decent for sure. Means only like one vehicle, I think it's like a Sultan RS Classic or something, I think is the only one that's better for lap time on like a street race or like a pursuit race. And yeah, for a land vehicle, you mostly want lap time. Unless you're on like a highway or something, then you would want top speed. And yeah, street races, I'm pretty sure mostly have like corners and stuff on them. They don't necessarily have that long of like straight, so it's definitely very good for the street races. I assume pursuit races as well. So you mainly want that lap time over the top speed. And yeah, it can be okay for robbery contracts. Robbery contracts are obviously not race related though, so you might want more of a top speed option though for a robbery contract. But no doubt it's still pretty decent for those robbery contracts as well. So I say this one's a pretty good buy here for the Vector. For that number 2 lap time. But yeah, top speed though on the other hand is pretty terrible. So that's something that the Sultan RS actually has. I think it's like the number 1 lap time, and I think it's also pretty average for top speed on the Sultan RS Classic. So there is a better option than this, but this one's on discount. The RS Classic should not be, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, the Vector is 40% off, so that's priced at 40% off. Puts it under the $1 million, so it's at like 800,000 right now. That's pretty decent. And then, yeah, P-Fisher Growler on the other hand, I think this one's like average at best, I would say. I don't think it's better of the 2 P-Fisters. There's another P-Fister, there's another like 1 to 2 P-Fister tuners. And that would be the Comet S2 and then kinda the Comet S2 Cabrio, but they don't actually classify that one as a tuner though, for some reason. But yeah. But yeah, I think it's the worst of like the 2 different like tuner like P-Fisters in the game for the tuner subclass. I think it's the worst of the 2, so I would kinda say it's a pass, to be honest. You're maybe better off with the Comet S2. It's not as good anymore because you can't do like the lowered like stand setup on that Comet S2 anymore, but I think even if you take that away, I think it's still like the better of the 2 different like tuner P-Fisters. And again, technically there's like the Comet S2 Cabrio as well, even though it's not a tuner subclass vehicle for some reason. It's still like convertible version. They added in like the contract update of the Comet S2 from like the tuner update. I think that one still performs pretty decent actually in the like sport class itself as well. So I would probably go for a Comet S2 over a Growler, but it should be on a discount this week as well, just like the Vector and the other 2. Yeah, 742,150. That's definitely not the normal price there. And that's another 40% off, just like the Vector over there. And then the Infernus over there is 50%. So that's another free discounts covered here. Prize ride this time around. I want to say it's like the Nightshade. Oh wait, no. I think this one's the Casco, if I remember from the Newswire. Nightshade or Casco was kind of my two thoughts. Yeah, I should have known it was Casco first there. But yeah, the Casco, Lampadati Casco's prize ride this time. Challenge. Oh, it's car meet series. You gotta place top 4 for 4 days in a row. And that's for the entirety of the LS car meet series. That's like 3 in pursuit race, possibly like sprint races that you can do in free mode against other players as well in like the free mode of the game. And that's a pretty easy challenge. You can do a bare minimal street race and a bare minimal pursuit race because they go at like 4 players minimum at most. Obviously, my recommendation goes to street races because that only requires 2 to 8 players. 2 is way beneath that 4. And then if you want to even be a bit riskier in a sense, if someone would invite more than 4 for some reason, there's pursuit races as well, which have that minimum of 4 to 16 maximum there. So yeah, obviously I'm going to recommend the street races, but pursuit races can be an option as well. As long as they're putting up minimal players, it can still be a pretty ideal option on the pursuit races. But yeah. The only sucky part, in my opinion, obviously would have to be the 4 days in a row, so you have to be pretty dedicated for 4 days. And for the Casco, I feel that's a pretty crazy requirement, to be honest. So I don't think the Casco is really all that good, if I remember, in terms of performance. Which I'll go into right now from roughly 142 spreadsheet. But yeah. But the Casco is at least a C tier. I would maybe even say D tier because of the Sterling GT HSW, particularly on the 9th gen version of the game. Which would make you like 17th place lap time and then like 10th place top speed. So on 9th gen, it's kind of starting to get into decline because it's about to be like underneath top 10 if they had like another good like Sport Classic for top speed. Lap time, on the other hand, you don't really want it for lap time given it's not in the top 10. But it's still an above average lap time, so it's one of the better like half of the class. It's in the like upper half of the Sport class though for that lap time. So basically you want it mainly for top speed at number 10 spot 9th gen. Might be a couple more placements up on 8th gen just because it doesn't have those HSW vehicles, but into account like the Turismo Classic and the Sterling GT HSW. That clearly highlight in top speed and whatnot. So it might be more like 8th place, which is pretty decent for 8th gen. 9th gen, definitely on a decline on 9th gen. And then HSW test ride this time around is the Pegassi Weaponized Ignis. And I highly recommend this one just purely because of the weaponization, and it's also one of the best of the HSW supercars as well. Like I mentioned earlier, I believe it's actually better of the HSW supercars for a lap time situation, and like I mentioned earlier, you want that lap time for taking the corners and whatnot, which you have corners in most races. So, yeah. It's the one weaponized HSW vehicle, which makes it a pretty fast weaponized vehicle. The gun somewhat reminds me of the weaponized Tampa gun, but nowhere near as good since you have like limited like angles and stuff you can shoot it at. It's not like fully rotatable like the weaponized Tampa, but it's kind of the next closest thing I feel in the game. So I like the gun on it, to be quite honest. But because it's not fully rotatable, it is going to definitely not be as good. So similar to the Karakara, for example, it's probably best for something like a headhunter and like other like small like money making opportunities in the game. It's not going to be one of your huger money makers per se, but yeah, that crazy speed could definitely give it some utility though. It's definitely one of the better HSW vehicles I would say in the game. And then yeah, I'm going to the other like vehicle areas, the whatever it's called again. Not Premium Deluxe, but obviously I'm going to other one. Honestly, I always kind of forget the name of that one, if you want to be honest. Because I'm not a big fan of this one, because it's like window shopping, basically. You only get to like look at the vehicle. So it's hard to really care to remember the name of it, to be quite honest. But yeah. This one will actually have the 10F in it, by the way. Which is kind of why I haven't covered it yet, but I guess I'll go over the price of it right before I actually go look over there. Yeah, the 10F is inside of this dealership if you want like a very particular looking one, instead of being limited to like the 8 like website colors, for example. So I'll probably be buying it from there. Get some use out of the showroom there. But yeah. Anyways, like I mentioned, I believe it's the last vehicle for Criminal Enterprises that actually features on Legendary Motorsport here. If a 10F will be $1,675,000. And yeah, as I was mentioning earlier, it is going to be eligible for customization at Benny's Original Motorworks. And yeah. Even though the game doesn't make it very clear, it is not available for the wide body right now. But yeah. Even though the game does not make it very clear, it's not available for the wide body version right now. Because yeah, if you go on Benny's, it will not be there. It says Benny's, but it's actually not there right now. And the vehicle actually has to be on the Benny's website, pretty much, if it's actually customizable right now. But eventually it's going to be added over to Benny's as well. And that will open up another variant of the vehicle. A 10F wide body. But yeah. Anyways, the stock version, $1,675,000. But yeah. Damn throat's being a fucking bitch. So sorry, that's why I'm repeating myself. But yeah, that's why I'm repeating myself, is my throat's being a bitch, god damn it. But yeah. $1,605,000 fucking dollars. And yeah, as for the two vehicles here, basically I said one of them. Yeah, the other one here is the Stromberg, the Oshot Stromberg, which is at worst stock discount. I was kind of seeing earlier while looking for the Caracara. And yeah, so as I was saying, the 10 figure. But yeah, Oshot Stromberg here. Since it's weaponized, I'll be talking about its weapon capabilities. And yeah, since the Stromberg is on discount right now, it's $1,676,000. But yeah, sorry about the bit of break there. My throat's being fucking bitch, so I kind of put a baseball bat against it to push against it and shit. But yeah. Again, like the Caracara is going to be modified at certain places, the Vehicle Workshop and Avenger MOC, or you can even add the Arena Workshop from the Arena. Since it's not mentioned because the description was made before that was available for the Arena Workshop at the Arena with Weaponized Mechanic. But yeah, instead of almost 2.4 million, it's like high 1.6 million, so it's looking like 700,000 in savings for a trade price at least. Yeah, trade price looks to be around 700,000 savings. So yeah, this should have a buy it now and a trade price. And yeah, has machine guns on it. Compared to other machine guns, they're actually pretty decent machine guns from what I remember. So the machine guns are actually kind of decent. They're not explosive cannons, that's not why they're decent, but they're actually decent for like regular machine guns, basically. And then it also has missiles, and then it has torpedoes as well. But yeah, regular missiles, the tracking on them isn't necessarily the best tracking, but it's like next to the best tracking, so it's like the second best like tracking missiles of the game. So they're not as good as like a Deluxo missile, for example, but it's a little beneath the like Deluxo missile. So yeah, Stromberg has some pretty accurate missiles still, but not the best, most accurate ones. And yeah, I think the limit on them is like 30 of them, similar to like the Deluxo, so that's the capacity on the missiles. And yeah, because it has missiles on it, I feel it definitely makes it more useful than the Caracara and like the weaponized Ignis from earlier, so I think it will be slightly better for grinding, I would say. And then yeah, as torpedoes, they can use like missiles in the water. Torpedoes, I think you get 50 of those, but torpedoes aren't really too useful though, given there's very little content underwater in the game, I would say. Especially underwater content that would actually utilize this missile as well for the torpedoes. So there's 50 torpedoes as well for the underwater side of things. And yeah, it's kind of outclassed now, I would say, for the Stromberg. Because there's one from Kyle Perico Heist that would come out later on, known as the Torador. And yeah, this one's a 2-seater compared to the Toreador that came out in Cayo Perico, and that's a 4-door submarine like vehicle. That pretty much has like all the same features of the Stromberg, plus it has like rocket boost as well. So if you had to choose either this or the Toreador, I definitely recommend the Toreador over this. And if I didn't mention this, unlimited like homing missiles on the Toreador. So you even get more firepower on the Toreador too. The one advantage I would say this has over the Toreador is it actually doesn't have like a lot of glass on it compared to the Toreador. Yeah, Toreador is kind of like a glass cannon in a sense because it has like all kinds of like glass on the vehicle, so you can get shot pretty easily, even as like a sunroof and shit. This one, the back is covered, and this one has like no sunroof, so you have that bit of bullet protection. That's something I would say is better on the Stromberg over the Toreador. But yeah, between the free like weaponized vehicles on discount or on like the like different like showrooms and stuff like that, I would say the Stromberg's been the most useful of those three so far. And yeah, you can store this in the Kosatka now that the Kosatka's been available from like Cayo Perico Heist. You can store your like submarine Toreador or your like you can store either of the submarine cars, the Toreador or the Stromberg in that Kosatka. So being able to store in the Kosatka could maybe add a little more utility to this vehicle, so it could be something to consider storing this one in the Kosatka and having like the Toreador more in like a garage. Yeah. Definitely a pretty okay grinding vehicle. But yeah, it's not the one with rocket boost on it, so not as good. And yeah, the 10F over here comes with a livery on it already. It looks like a Jackal Racing livery, so if you do buy it from here, you do get the livery on it as well. So if you want a little head start on the vehicle, you can get a little livery on it. And it looks like it's orange and maybe like gray or like black or something as well. That could just be the livery color for all I know. So maybe it's just like pure orange with the livery colors on there.
What was her name again?
Clearly, I think they were going for like a Halloween theme on this one.
Yeah. So, how about you later?
And yeah, I want to be a little bit more because you're paying for the livery and stuff as well. And even if I change the livery, I would kind of rather buy it from here because it makes it more unique, I feel. Honestly, for color, I maybe would have wanted blue if I went on the website because it's color, kind of color number 6 for F here. And there's not 10 colors for 10, I don't know. But I'm gonna purchase this one. Oh yeah, luxury autos. That's what it's fucking called. Apparently. Again, I forget because it's not really one I care for too much, to be honest. And I'm not gonna customize it. I'm probably just gonna show off the customizations, but I'm not actually gonna like. I'm gonna wait for the wide body to come out before I actually put like engine upgrades and all that stuff on it. So I'll show the cosmetics still, but I'm not gonna actually customize it. I'll probably just drive a stock version, basically.
You calling for some wheels? I'm Johnny on the spot. I'll hook you up. I'll bring it by.
But yeah. And yeah, had a damn annoying like ammo glitch when it came to like the death matches. They released or something. That's why I have like the 240 SMG ammo. By the way, I don't actually use that shit basically, but That's why my ammo is pretty low. That's why my ammo is pretty low, is because of stupid deathmatch glitch, apparently. Can't fix, like, the fucking ammo bugs in this game, apparently. They cannot be bothered to fix those ammo bugs, apparently, after however long it's probably been in the fucking game. Yeah, they added new deathmatches just fine, but then here to fix the glitches. Yeah, without performance upgrades and stuff, this I find it does have some pretty cool like engine sounds and stuff. It seems it's pretty nice to see. I'm kind of tempted to do this. God damn it! I don't like to pass up on these export vehicles unless I'm doing something really fun. Like yeah, when I was doing the junk energy guy dies, I kind of skipped out on it till like near the end, but. Kind of just driving around, going somewhere, I guess I'll do it. Here in Karima, I remember when this was a bulletproof during Los Santos Tuners, that was pretty funny. And now with Criminal Enterprises, the Sterling GT is bulletproof. On 910 you can get the HSW and it's still fucking bulletproof. Since Rockstar doesn't know how to, like, put a livery on a vehicle with not messing up the stuff on it, apparently. But yeah, there. I want to keep getting that progression on the rep level, so wanting to do it. I know, like, I'm 198 and you only get, like, clothing and shit. But, yeah. Never know, they might do a Tuners Part 2 or something, but, I kinda doubt it. But they did add 2 new tuners with the latest updates, so you never know. Could be worth still doing it. Ah, damn it, I'm under 20 million now, that's annoying. But I do think I have enough money for the rest of the vehicles anyways, so, and yeah, since Caprico got nerfed, I don't care for the clothing anymore, fuck that shit. I'm not grinding that shit. I'm not grinding for fucking clothing. Oh, come on. Oh, wait. This isn't... I think this is the... Yeah, this person, like, on the ground, vehicle, I think. Fuck for that. I'm a sucker for those vehicles. Take my 7007. No.
Literature.
I think he took on a good Ulster for $7,007.
Fucking balloon people around me. What am I, a clown? This place is crazy.
Well, la-di-da. Oh my god.
And yeah, 7007 apparently, by the way, because it's like a James Bond reference, apparently. It's apparently why it's $7,007. But yeah, now over to Simeon's. Obviously, I talked about all this stuff, but I kind of want to show a closer look at this stuff. But yeah, getting ranged at work here. It is on a discount, but I don't really recommend it performance-wise, as I mentioned near the beginning on like the what's new section. Streeter as well, I also do not recommend that one, as I mentioned earlier on the what's new section. And there's that Calico GTF here. Yeah, some pretty cool colors on it, actually, I like that. I don't think this one has a livery, just because I don't think it has a livery on this one here. I don't think the vehicle actually has a livery support. Again, I would say the discount ones. Again, I would say the discount ones, at least the Calico GTF is probably the best of the three on discount here. So this would probably be my highest recommendation if you get one on discount here. Again, Banshee can be pretty nice, but it's not on discount or anything, but it has the HSW version on 9th gen, which makes it super crazy fast, and then has a supercar version that's like in the top couple for top speed on the 8th gen version, at least. It's probably still within like top 10, like top speed or something on like 9th gen, even for the 900R, like Benny's version. Yeah, Banshee has a livery on it. And yeah, the Gundale here. Regular Gundale does not have livery support. I think you have to turn into versions and get livery support. But again, as a Benny's version that was released in like 2020, the version I don't recommend as much. And then there's like the weaponized arena version, the like Bruiser, that can be used in like those arena game modes and can be weaponized and whatnot. Just to at least use the like dealership much, I would do a little test drive showing off the different like speeds a little bit on these stock versions. Obviously the ones here will have like performance upgrades and stuff. On a little highway to show a bit of like that all. But yeah, looking at it even for the stock version, I think it's kind of clear as to one this 3v2 did in a sense. I don't know. Especially when you consider the top of Sport Classic as like the Turismo Classic and whatnot. So yeah, there's like some classic like supercars on the top of like Sport Classic, so yeah, it's not one you should expect to be good anyways. Yeah, I do a little test drive on the street or two, I guess, to use the dealership a bit. Show this one a little bit, and again, I was mentioning earlier, this one's like an 80th placement for lap time and top speed for the sport class. It's really fucking bad. Even worse, I would say, than the Trevor. It's probably the worst of the free on discount to pick up here. And yeah, my god. Look how slow this shit fucking goes for a sport car. Top speed, look here. I know it's a stock version again, obviously, but Christ. Look at the fucking vehicle though. I mean, it's a 4-door sport car, that's kinda cool. It's a 4-door, but it's faster 4-door sport cars, obviously. Ones that actually look like sport cars. But yeah, this looks like a sporty, like, SUV or something like that. If it was an SUV class, maybe this would be actually kind of pretty good, but yeah, it's fucking terrible. It's fucking garbage. Not buying this. Unless you want it for customizations or something. That's what it actually looks like, more of an SUV if it owned an actual sport car. Feels it could have been something that could be kind of similar to like a Taurus or like the Astron kind of. Could be one of those like sportier like SUVs or something. Feel that would have made more sense for it or something. Yeah, test drive Calico GTF2 one on to the other ones. Yeah, this one's like an actual proper sport car and there's class as well. So you can use it in those street races, pursuit races, and as a robbery contracts. Yeah. And all these are stock versions. You can already tell a massive difference on this one versus the streeter. I mean, my time here was not that great earlier for the other one and whatnot. So there's like a minute little quickie like test drives for each one there for the discount ones. Yeah, definitely those other two are pretty garbage performance wise. How good GTF though? Not good for the actual sport class apparently, but for those street races, pursuit races, definitely one to consider. And yeah, I think now it's time to show the customizations on this one. Oh and yeah, I don't think I pointed it out yet, but apparently there's an active spoiler on this one, which is pretty cool. Hope the wide body doesn't get rid of the active spoiler. Hope the wide body keeps the active spoiler. I think the Nero Custom, which is like another one of those like vehicles of active spoiler that can go to Benny's. I think if you turn Nero over to Nero Custom, it completely like loses the active spoiler, so I hope this one does not lose the active spoiler when they release the Benny's version. I don't think I've actually looked at the customizations of each of the different vehicles on like the upcoming feed, but yeah. I hope this one keeps the active spoiler. That's something I'm a bit worried about with the Benny's customization. It could take that away, like the Nero Custom.
I would scoop some bitches in that ride.
Like, yeah, active spoiler, it sucks because of active spoiler, yeah, it kind of sucks because if it gets destroyed, I think you actually lose out on it. Oh, and I'm actually not sure what I'm here. I can kind of stick anywhere, really. I don't really care to do it here, per se. Okay, I was just a little bit of a rev there. Rev is actually pretty decent here. Oh, and I want to go to my agency, actually, because I'm about to be full on the state tape. That's right. And then I'll show customizations on it. I'm not gonna actually apply any, you know, I don't think. Because I'm waiting for the wide body to release first. I'll still show them at least. So I'll just be driving a stock version, I would say, this whole entire stream. And yeah, I might not go too much in detail this time on customizations. I do tend to go into details on the customization for like an hour, kind of like analyze different like spoilers and stuff. I'm like, this many are like part of this group, this many is part of like that group and stuff, etc, etc. Not gonna do any of that this time, perhaps. I'm at 240,000. I want to take it before it gets maximum, so I can get another 20,000. Hopefully instead of 10,000. And yeah, plus I can recoup a little more of that money, obviously, that I had to spend on the vehicle. Still under 20 million, but whatever. I don't even really care to get all the vehicles in the game anyways for the DLC vehicles that I want all here. I think I'll have enough for the remaining vehicles, I think, at this point. It's like grinding like 50 million, I think, before the update, which is actually my most for an update. So there, I just want to get my agency take. Pretty soon my arcade's actually gonna max out now as well. So I might have to go there kind of as well. I think I'm at 95,000 right now, and now I'm maxed out at 100,000. Right, let me be smarter than that. Let me do it a quicker way, what would have been kind of quicker. Again, I was like, what the fuck just popped up there, but apparently there's a pape on it. Not doing a pape on it, I don't care what it on channel.
What's wrong with her now?
But yeah, I'll show some stuff with the regular 10F. And yeah, keep in mind when that new version comes out, you're basically getting a whole new model vehicle, and that's how Benny's works. It's not like HSW where you keep like the same model vehicle, you just get like just speed upgrades and stuff. Benny's, you're like totally converting the vehicle, so technically this will be completely different from the other one. But yeah, this will be completely different from the wide body, like model wise or something. Yeah, kind of showed these little like bumpers. Again, since I'm not really too huge on customizing the regular one, since there's a better version coming out, as I showed on the website, and yeah, not gonna talk too much about them. I mainly just want to show them off. Holy shit, you can delete stuff on there. That's cool. Make your vehicle kind of nude or some shit. crazy and shit. Can you make the like bottom part look kind of like the top part, and then it's cool. I think at least. Or actually, I might have been on like the stock bumper with all that stuff. Like all the like vent looking stuff, I mean, back there. Guess that was on like a lot of those different ones, never mind. Okay. Engine is just simple engine stuff. It looks like you're not getting to go inside the engine and changing stuff. Maybe a Benny's version lets you customize the engine and stuff. Perhaps for that Benny's version coming out. Exhaust. That was stored at different ones. With those better looks. Grill. There's pretty cool ones there, definitely. Holy shit, the performance is. Different races. Alright. Simple white and black stripes. Tricolor here. Never more simple of reader. Light pinstripe, definitely still a pretty simple one there, I would say. Red pinstripe, same thing with red. Gives it a little bit of bottom color and some like different language and whatnot. Still pretty simple, I would say there. Sponsored bash. It's like a single white stripe. And a bunch of simple like markings and stuff. Like different like sponsorship and whatnot. Whoa. Okay, it's a pretty good livery actually. Because it gives a lot of different like color on it. It's pretty nice. Oh, so I'm gonna change the color inside there and the engine there is cool. Yeah, Jaguar Racing surprisingly has like a bunch of color and like detail to it, I feel. I like that one a lot. German Motorsport has a good bit of color on one side. On the other side, on the other hand, not as much color. Definitely not. And half camo. And I gotta say, I feel the liveries are kinda in this vehicle, minus a couple of them. When it comes to detail, I like a lot of detail in the liveries. But I imagine that Benny's one would hopefully have better liveries, unless it's just the same liveries, then I don't know, Benny's could be the same liveries, but yeah, Benny's could be the same liveries and then nothing new, I don't know. I would imagine at least one new different livery for the Benny's one, hopefully. So I feel the regular car definitely a bit lacking on the liveries, but it could be because of that wide body one coming out. So it would make sense. My opinion, at least. I don't hate simple liveries, obviously. I'm just saying it's not my forte or some shit. Maybe a bit fancy there. We can do forged on the mirrors. I like a lot of like forged stuff they're doing recently on these new vehicles. It's pretty cool. Yeah, mostly simple mirror stuff. Not surprising. Yes, primary, secondary, and it even has a trim apparently. Trim looks like the top of the dash and even a bit of the steering wheel. Wouldn't be surprised if you can possibly even like change the steering wheel for the Benny's one, like some of the other Benny's ones. I was even color on the seat too, I didn't notice that. Trim color actually changes a lot in here actually. But then trim I feel would maybe like stitching or something, I don't know. Okay, roof has roof fins and then the roof itself. Okay, like 2 categories of fins apparently. Yeah, honestly I feel the roofs don't look that good off this delivery at least. Or it's not that it doesn't look good, but it's hard to tell the difference, I feel, too much. On the Jackal Racing livery at least. So maybe some of the roof options will get better with one of the simple liveries. Something maybe to keep in mind. Well, we can cover the side panel thing, that's cool. Oh, you can put the livery thing there, that's cool. At least on the Jackal one, that's a bit more livery. It's pretty cool. Giving you forged on it. Alright, good bit of skirts on the regular one even. And again, on a more simple livery, you might be able to get more detail on the skirts, like be able to see more of the difference. Because I mean, there wasn't too much difference with like the gray, like black, whatever, of the Jackal Racing livery. Okay. So you can also do an active spoiler. To be honest, I think the newer vehicles actually allow you to do the like active and like normal spoilers. So maybe it's not worried that don't take away the dynamic spoiler on the custom one or like the wide body. I I think the newer active spoiler vehicles, you can actually have like the active with the like regular spoiler. Whereas like on the Nero Custom, for example, you have to remove it entirely, but that might have been because it was an older vehicle. So we made a COM S2, allows you to actually do that for the COM S2. Or if you had a like active one, if you had like a static spoiler, you still have your active one or something, your dynamic one. Whoa. Bro, the goodness though. It's been an issue, I feel, since this update came out for some reason. Not sure why, but yeah. Quite some fun spoilers, and it's just a regular non-Benny's version even. Benny's version could even have more spoilers even, for all I know. Yeah, kinda not a big fan of how like over half of them are DuckTales though. So a lot of DuckTales are pretty small spoilers though. I feel like the first half are kinda lacking. Times that are like high into it, I don't know. My opinion at least. If that's what people want, then that's fine. I'm just saying what I think at least. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And yeah. That's pretty much all I want to kind of go over there. Didn't customize one thing. Pretty sure. All I did was take in and show the customizations. Because again, I'm waiting for the wide body to come out, so that's why I'm not customizing it. So I'll wait for the wide body to come out to do the like performance upgrades and all that. And yeah, for the other meter content edition, I guess I'll show a little more of that in the adversary mode. Maybe I can even see if there's some limited time game modes available right now, because I don't think they mentioned any came back. Yeah, Double Down, that's right, that wouldn't be new, that was from contract. Okay, there's 7 maps for like the typical adversary mode. But yeah, just like typical adversary mode, there's 7 maps. Okay. No versus modes. Come back or anything. Okay. They say there will be returning modes in the months ahead though. So I guess they kinda wanna repeat it around like Halloween this time for the different like modes they plan to bring back. Yeah, usually at the beginning of the month they'll like unvault certain modes, and then once like the next month comes around they get vaulted again or something. Not seeing any of that right now. But yeah, there's quite a bit of Halloween adversary modes they can release throughout the weeks. Like they can bring back like regular slasher, they can bring like the other different Halloween modes in the game. But yeah. I know there's slasher with like bunker and stuff, but those are the interior ones, not the like more cool like exterior ones. The the regular Sasha is much funner, I feel, in my opinion, because the regular Sasha is also mostly in interiors. But they're not like the generic like bunker missile base and stuff. They're actually like different interiors and like the story mode and stuff. It's pretty cool. So I feel regular Slasher could very easily come back. For example, there's Slashers as well. There was like another like version of Slasher they did where I think it's like night vision and stuff. I can see that one possibly come back. I don't know, I can't exactly think of like any other ones by name at least. There's definitely more than just two like other Slashers they can bring back, I'm pretty sure. I could see them bring back some of those. Just they didn't do it for like the beginning of the month like they usually do. But yeah. The new Judgment Day adversary mode has 2 times money RP. So you'll make that extra little bit of money. And yeah. I would say at most expect like a couple. I would probably say a couple 100,000 at most you should expect, to be honest, for adversary mode. I'm not gonna have a very serious discussion about money making with this one or something, because obviously it's not a money making mode, it's more of a mode of fun over a mode of making money. But yeah. With that 50% more on the adversary modes with the Criminal Enterprises DLC, though, it could definitely be quite a... compared to like some of the other, like... But yeah, at least this one is the 50% more like when it first released, because of the Criminal Enterprises buffing the adversary modes. Okay. Description looks pretty much mostly the same on all these. And yeah, they seem to mostly be in the exterior, like outside. This one kind of looks to be inside, which is pretty cool. At least it kind of looks like it, but it could be like a car wash or something, I don't know. But I'll try to play at least one of the maps, because there's a matchmaking issue in the game where you can't find people outside of like your lobby and stuff. I seem to suffer through, unfortunately, so I'll try to do as many as I can. I'll try to at least do one. But there's matchmaking issues in the 9th gen version at least, so... kind of ruins the potential and I'll be able to do all 7, unfortunately. Sandy Shores, Alberta, Cypress Spots, Freedom Bay, Terminal, Mirror Park, Chamberlain Hills. I don't know, maybe that's just a car wash or something, I don't know. Given the other ones are in exteriors, I don't really expect there to be one in the interior. That would be a pretty cool, like, difference in the map if one of them was, like, in the interior, that would be pretty cool. Given, like, one team is in motorcycles, it would make sense to be able to take the motorcycles into the interior. So that would be a cool, like, way to make one of the maps different at least, similar to what they did with, like, the Spooky Job remix, for example. Which I think was actually the last adversary mode they did was the Spooky Job remix. That was a pretty fun one. Had, like, 3 different versions. There was, like, a typical version of, like, everyone in civilian vehicles. There was that one with, like, KV-700W being chased by, like, the hunters. There's one of like the hunters and like the Sanchez and like the one farm. And then there's like the arena one with like the arena vehicles and like Sandy Shores, which is pretty cool. But I don't know, it seems like it's more like every map's like pretty much the same, like usual. But it would be cool if there were some like differences in some of the maps. Oh, there's a little like rectangle kind of thing there or something for the bright light. That's kind of cool. It's not like a generic like bright light. Or it's like the same thing, but brighter. It actually has a little bit of difference. But yeah, I think I pretty much just need to go over discounts and stuff now at this point. And like money opportunities and whatnot, and I'm mostly done here. Oh, and yeah, the riders have double barrel shotguns on them, so hopefully it doesn't suffer the same problem as like Double Down. But yeah, Double Down was like one team with just double barrels, and then the other team was like Franklin and fucking Lamar with all kinds of weaponry. It's like the most unbalanced adversary mode. Hopefully that's not like the same problem for that adversary mode. For hopefully it's not like Double Down with the unbalancing of the like double action compared to like the other team's weapons. I don't think it would be the same issue given you have like motorcycles you're on for the riding team that has just double barrel shotguns, like the rider team, whatever. So I don't think it should suffer that same issue though. Dang, and there was a map of like the shotguns on like dirt bikes, and then there was Franklin Lamar on the other one. So perhaps it will suffer the same issue, I don't know. Oh, now like Double Down map that, like the bikes and like the train and shit. So maybe it could be kind of unbalanced like that, I don't know. Hopefully that's not an issue on that one. Because if one team is like way better than the other one, then that kind of ruin the whole mode, I feel. So hopefully it's not another Double Down. And yeah, for this week only, both teams will earn times my RP for playing Judgment Day as well. As a bonus of $300,000 for winning 3 rounds. And that's delivered within 72 hours or 3 days of completion. And yeah, plus look out for new Halloween clothing, collectibles, events, and returning fan favorite modes in the weeks to come. So yeah, that's why no game modes came back for the beginning of this month, like they usually do, is because they're saving them for future events, I guess. So again, that could be like regular slashers, or any of the other like Halloween adversary modes that was previously available but was vaulted from the game and whatnot. And yeah, at least the vehicles from the Halloween update returned. Maybe like the masks and like the fake paint. Maybe the masks and like the face paint and stuff, maybe those return as well. I think all those are on Severn if I remember. We'll preview some of the discounts too. Those two were already covered actually. But yeah. I'm trying to see where they're categorized. New categorization from Chrono Enterprise though. Okay, is the other one a 2-door? I thought it was kind of 4-door on the other one. Or did I just not notice it? Okay, yeah, I guess this one was two-door. I forgot it was two-door, but yeah. The Albany Lurcher. Albany Frankenstein. And LCC Sanctus return until November 1st. So if you want to get any of those like Halloween vehicles, you have until the beginning of the next month. Apparently for the vehicles there that were currently Halloween themed, I hovered over. When it says the vehicles return, not sure about like the face masks and like the face paint and stuff. Like the clothing stuff, not sure about those. Okay, the next one has to do with the daily collectibles over here for money opportunity. Oh yeah. Oh, they put Drunk Energy Skydivers in here, okay. So those are daily collectibles, confirmed. Besides for the fact that they have different ones each day, and they're actually marked in here too. I didn't know that actually. Wait, what? It's not letting me go to treasure chest for some reason, weird. Yeah. There is 2 times money RP on the treasure chest, which is at the bottom there. I can't hover over it for some reason. So the bottom one there, 2 times money. And the hidden catches. There'll be 2 times money on those. And yeah, treasure chests. Treasure chests, you have to go over to like how pretty go during like a scope battle. You have to like go for the treasure chests. It's just not worth it in my opinion going for treasure chests on a scope battle, even on double money. I don't feel it's too worth doing. So honestly, in my opinion, it's definitely a pass. I feel it's a waste of time. And yeah. Hidden caches. You find those of like the sonar and like your Kosaka and like the Hordor and whatnot. Some of the underwater vehicles with those sonar capabilities. Those are the collectibles you find with those. And since that one's in free mode, it's a little more worth it if you use the Hordor. That's the rocket boost, that's submarine car. Otherwise, still definitely a pass. And for those, you can use the point of interest feature to mark them. So you don't have to like wait for them to appear on the map each time. So if you go for them, I recommend marking them with points of interest over here. What you do with like triangle and like Y on like Xbox and stuff. So that one's definitely a little bit more worthwhile. Treasure chest, I would say definitely not, given the Calprigo heist itself is more valuable. So what's the point in going for a collectible on Calprigo? That island that literally makes you millions if you ignore it, basically. And yeah, when I was at the agency earlier getting like the money from the safe, the way you get the money from the safe is through those 2 times money RP on security contracts. Those are 2 times money in RP right now is what I mean by saying it like that. So the security contracts you do to get the safe take up that I took, the security contracts are on the 2 times money RP. And yeah, it depends on the difficulty of the security contract, how much you get. There's a professional difficulty, a specialist difficulty, and like a specialist plus difficulty from at least the most. Professional difficulty, you want to avoid those as much as possible, kind of, because that pays the least. Specialist is the in-between difficulties that are kind of the one you want to go for second most. And whenever you can, you want to go for those specials plus ones, because those are the most valuable. And only 2 types of security contracts actually have a specials plus, apparently. And they're both like good versions of security contracts, so I do recommend the specials plus whenever they pop up, because they're much better than the other 2 difficulties where you can get any of the missions. And there's some missions that aren't too good. I was already at the agency, I guess, for getting the safe money, so I might go over there and talk a little bit more about it. There's some of the versions that show up there. Didn't think of doing that when I was picking up my safe money, but I guess since I was already there, I might as well go there again. Usually I don't go to property to talk about the money opportunity, but in this case, I guess I will, because I was already there anyways to pick up the money. Yeah, whatever, I gotta turn CEO. I guess I'll do that for a moment here. But yeah, the way you get the most money is you gotta do like 200, I think it's 201 though to get this, like $20,000 per like 48 minutes. Every 5 contracts, I think you get a little bit more money for your safe. So it could be a good week to grind for your 201 security contracts at a maximum $20,000 every 48 minutes. That's how you get that. And yeah.
Anything I can do for you, boss? I'll be here. What's up, boss? Stay safe, boss.
But yeah, half of the versions of security contracts here. Vehicle recovery, asset protection, cover valuables. But yeah, sorry for walking around agency for a while. Someone's being my fucking way. Yeah, somebody was being my fucking way. So I can't really speak for a moment there. But yeah. Vehicle recoveries 1 and 2 that can get specialist plus. Same recover valuables here. So to get specialist plus, you want to do recover valuables and vehicle recovery. And whenever they and whenever they show up as specialist plus, you want to do them. So yeah, these are the only 2 that can possibly get specialist plus. And I think the reason for it is because they have to like have you take stuff into the agency to count as one that can get specialist plus. So if you're like protecting something outside, or if you're like destroying something or something, you cannot get specialist plus on it. It has to be one of the 2 where you like take stuff inside of your agency. So those are the only 2 that can get specialist plus. And yeah, specialist plus right now on double money, 138,000. That's pretty insane. But yeah, 138,000 on specialist plus, very insane money there for specialist plus security contract double money. Which means normally they pay like $60,000 to $70,000. And yeah, asset protection only did 1 of them, so it's terrible. But yeah, you have to provide protection for a client's assets. And if any of it gets destroyed, you actually lose payout on the asset protection. So that's why it's not a good one for asset protection. You lose money if any of it gets destroyed. So I don't recommend asset protection. I think game termination is back. I think they fixed game termination in Criminal Enterprises. So I think that one's actually back in the game now. I don't know, game termination could maybe be alright. Now that they fixed the glitch with game termination, where people wouldn't spawn or something. And then there's one where you like destroy stuff or something. That one's a pretty alright one.
Looking good, boss.
And I think there's one other one, or maybe it's going to 5. Yeah, that's some advice for the security contracts. Specialist Plus, recover valuables, and then Vehicle Recovery. Specialist Plus are the 2 best you can get for that insane 140,000. Around there. So security contracts is a very good source of making money. Definitely the best money opportunity, I would say, for the event. That is no doubt going to be the best money opportunity for the event week.
I would kill for that car.
And yeah, it should just be discounts pretty much from here. But yeah, agencies are 40% off. So the second most expensive would be the Rockford Hills here. Instead of being 2,415,000, it's 1,449,000. That's under 1 million in savings, like 900 plus thousand. Pretty decent. Should probably get over a million savings on the Hallway here, I assume. And it's the most expensive. And I like it because it's close to the casino. I do like it for that location close to the casino, so I do feel most expensive is pretty nice on this one. And yeah, renovation, there's our wallpaper, highlight, simple cosmetics there. Armory. Armory is like a personal ammunition. You can do like Mark II weapon upgrades and stuff there, which is pretty nice. So it has like the MOC and like Avenger stuff in there for the Mark II weapon upgrades and whatnot. There's exclusive weapons you can only get at an armory. And that's the stun gun. But yeah, there's a stun gun. Stun gun's not that good though. It's just stun gun from story mode, but it's even worse. With longer cooldowns and whatnot. And then there's an EMP grenade launcher. EMP grenade launcher actually sounds kind of good, but it's really not. Because, yeah, You have to hit a vehicle with like a small ass grenade to even like slow them down and whatnot. So it's pretty difficult to hit a vehicle with a small little grenade. So you're not really going to be hitting too much with that. And weaponized vehicles only slows down the movement, it doesn't like disable the weapons. So it's kinda useless in that sense. Best thing it offers is on to purchase armor if you will know. Since normally you can only purchase armor for your ammunition. Clicking the armory allows you to actually buy armor in your own agency, which is the only property that allows for buying armor. So there's your one property where you can buy armor, which is nice. Accommodation will allow you to spawn inside of the agency. Agency can be a pretty decent spawn if you want to get to do security contracts as fast as possible. Of how quick invite only loading is on the night gen. Combining that with doing like invite only to get back to your agency and whatnot, whatever all. Combination can be very nice for that. We're going for the 201 contracts for that 20,000 agency money. Capping out at 20,000. And yeah. Spawn like helicopters. But you can spawn like helicopters through there as well. So you can get some nice air transportation. No weaponized helicopters though. If you want weaponized helicopters though, I think the CO office would be better for a weaponized helicopter. All the helicopters in the agency are non-weaponized though. It's definitely not as good as the CO office for spawn, but it's still pretty decent. And then vehicle workshop. Vehicle workshop this is the only vehicle workshop that allows for the Amani tech on certain vehicles. For armor plating, machine guns on some of them. There's the missile lock on jammer or the RC control unit. For not being locked on by like homing missiles, and then there's the control unit to control like the RC car. And then you can even do like cyclic mines on all of them. So you can get some pretty nice exclusive customization through the vehicle workshop, so this one's definitely nice. So basically all but the cosmetics are definitely pretty nice. And yeah, there should be 40% off as well.
Tell me more about the coffee. Hey, girl. Outside. Wow. The spicy turkey enema sounds really soothing.
And yeah,
I really need to
all merch sold inside of Record A Studios, meanwhile, is 50% off.
St. Petersburg surprise.
The only way to be happy in love, girl, is to be suspicious of every word the
But yeah,
motherfucker says.
I tried all that
merchandise in Record A Studios is 50% off as well. It's like clothing and stuff over there.
I'm taking my daily walk right now. Now you best be here in 30 minutes to pick me up.
Some days, I feel like I'm living in paradise, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think there's only one more vehicle discount. And it kinda has to do with the Banshee from earlier. ignored the price down there, that's for the regular one. But yeah. The customized example of the Banshee 900R here is 50% off. So you're getting half off of the upgrade price of the Banshee 900R. The supercar conversion of the Banshee. That's at Benny's. And yeah, for a lap time, the Banshee 900R, according to Breathy 142 spreadsheet, is the F tier supercar. It's the F tier supercar. And it's a 48th place lap time at least. So that's pretty bad lap time, 48 at least. And then 6th place top speed. So it is within the top 10 for 9th gen. But without the HSW vehicles on 8th gen, I think it's more like top 3 for top speed, which is pretty decent. So it's definitely a pretty fun purchase there. And then, yeah. Furnace was on the test track. Vector was also on the test track. Calco GTF, that was Simeon's Premium Deluxe. Whatever. Work whatever. Cheverick was also at the Premium Deluxe. Growers at the test track. Streeter's also at the Simeon. And Stromberg was at the... And yeah, Stromberg was over here at the Luxury Autos. I always forget the name of that one. So yeah, I only had to really go over the Banshee 900R still, technically. And yeah, now I'm doing the time trials minus RC Bandito, because I don't care for RC Bandito anymore, because I only need one vehicle. So I'm going to do HSW drag on the normal one, and if it's Giro ZX on my HSW, like normal, like I've been doing for a while.
something, huh? One of your rides? Let me know. I'll bring it to you.
And yeah, you might want to keep that there. Might not be too far from it. Why is the mask my helmet? For real, bro? Because my character doesn't want to put a helmet on instead of a mask. Alright, yeah. Plan was basically fucked because I was like near her for too long and like hitting rocks and shit. There's a tree there. I did not notice. Is there a security to get on? Really into random event and just spawned. What the fuck? I didn't spawn earlier. What the hell? Oh shit. Seriously, how? But yeah, I don't know. Whatever dirt bike can be better on this one for all I know. So again, I was kind of mentioning the Manchester Scout earlier. That could maybe be a pretty good one for this one, given it's on the mountain. For the Manchester Scout. Oh my god. Ow, the phone. Come on. This one's hard because I'm in a different elevation, damn it. Anyway, so far it is. Might try something different. Might try going to tracks a little actually. Guess might good. Oh my god, come on. Seriously, how the fuck? Okay, yes, finally didn't. 40 seconds, damn. I've defeated several. But yeah. What I basically did there, I think, was I took the train tracks till I kinda got to like the, like, right beneath the yellow. And then I went on the mountain and then I stayed on like the flat parts of the mountain, like the path parts on the mountain. I think that's what I did to do good in there finally. That's definitely what I did there, and if finally do good on the time trial. About time. So yeah. I would say take the train tracks and find a good path up the mountain that's not like crazy bumpy and whatnot like here, where it's all like a path kind of. That would probably be the strategy, I would say. But I think that's definitely the strategy I would go for right there. Don't feel it necessarily get much better there. Bushes, train incoming apparently. Oh fucking shit, train incoming now.
I'm on the clock. What you want? Some wheels? I'll bring it by.
Oh shit, I almost hit my ruiner. Kinda forgot what muscle car it was for a moment there for some reason. Yeah, I almost did my fucking ruiner's ZZ8. Instead, that would have been annoying. Yeah, doing ruiner's ZZ8 there would have definitely been pretty annoying as in my actual SW muscle car here. If it's your ZX HSW. I don't know what happened. I sort of pressed it in whatever game. Oh yeah, this one's all the way fucking down here. And yeah, I'm gonna say train tracks, so maybe that can help. I think I might have tried it last time and it didn't with an actual car. I think the last time was my first attempt of an actual car over like the drag or whatever. My second attempt on this down trail. This will be my third, I believe, for my like true attempt that actually goes good. Could try the train track thing first because I just absolutely hate traffic. I guess I'll try train track first. Get off around here and try to get over there in time. Down here is a 2-minute 53-second for the Vickers ZX. Maybe any muscle car as well, I don't know. For this and the Arbiter GT, SW, I don't know. Training coming out of nowhere though. That's the other track, it looks like. Of course, it's fucking nighttime right now. Okay, hopefully I don't like too much time lost. And yeah, from here, maybe follow the destination. Or, I don't know. Shit, stupid nighttime fucking me on. Yeah, fucking nighttime, goddammit. Can't see as clear if it was a good way to take or not. GPS route aside, because GPS isn't always the greatest per se on these town travels. Of course, I had to fucking little spin on there. Alright, there it is. 52,000. Yeah, second try. Probably would have gotten the first try had I not messed up. Because I wasn't sure if the GPS route was good at that point or not. Forget from previous instances, but I guess it was. So yeah, GPS route does correct into a good route. After getting off like the train tracks and going that bit and whatnot. But yeah. I don't think the second two could actually be my like train track route actually, so the fact this was pretty nice. But I think second two, because I didn't have great top speed, kind of suffered a lot on the train tracks. Seeing this in HSW Hawktail Drag, we only take the train tracks on that one's definitely very nice, so I can avoid a lot of that traffic earlier on, because I hate the traffic in this game. So no, I didn't maneuver around it and whatnot. Let's see if I can play the new adversary mode. Okay, it's 3 players minimum for some reason, okay. Probably because they want one team to have 2 players and then one team 1 player. They keep it more balanced or something, I don't know, for the odd player requirement there. Though usually it's the even player requirements, it's kind of interesting to the odd player amount. But yeah, maybe it's to balance it out in a minimal like player situation or something a bit more. I think it's starting on 2 rounds, I think. But yeah. Probably gonna have more infighting issues again, where every player just shows up as blocked, even though not everyone blocked me on the PS5. No one I don't think even did. Because I haven't really played in public lobbies on the PS5 yet much. Unless there was like a free mode event thing on like 2 or 3, 4 times or whatever. Yep. It says inviting. Doesn't say invited, just says inviting. So yeah, I think the same issues still. And yeah, the game hasn't been updated, so probably same matchmaking issues again. Unfucking fortunately. Unfucking fortunately with the matchmaking issues. Alright, yeah. Wait a couple more, I guess. Yeah, I'm just gonna get constant matchmaking issues, it seems. Like before with the death matches. Oh, got empty out the arcade, but fuck it. I wanna get the adversary mode. Or I guess I'll do it. Okay, what the hell happened? Yeah, that was interesting. Not sure what a black screen, but okay. And yeah, with the matchmaking bug, I might only get to invite public session players, unfortunately. So if they don't join, then I might be able to help players because of this stupid matchmaking bug in the game. It doesn't invite. What stupid inviting bug in the game because it doesn't invite people unless they're in your fucking lobby, apparently. Cause yeah, I couldn't get anyone in invite only. Just says blocked. that shit for the first time, bro. I mean, there's probably always new players joining, so I guess it makes sense. But still. I feel I rocked the mask enough already, so I'm just gonna go to that again. That muscle memory still messes with me, by the way, on the commune job. Positioning and whatnot. Oh. Apparently forcing me to join someone else's, whatever. Stupid invite only. Not inviting people, no. Wow. They might have this bug as well where it doesn't invite people. Unless they're in no lobby or something, I don't know. Might not be on everyone, but not the only one with that issue, of course. Yeah. And it's the same as names that show up all the time. I think those names were previously on there, for fuck's sakes. So they definitely have the inviting bug where it only invites in the lobby and nowhere else, it looks like. All the other invites are like fake invites, apparently. But yeah, I'm a writer. Look like a fucking king, apparently, holy shit. Pick out all the hunted, you'll be stronger when on or near your motorcycle. Synced it, it's cool. Survive until dawn, take out Ryder to resurrect the eliminating teammates. Want to read the descriptions there. How cool, you know, is this Halloween weather there in the school? Okay, little barrel shotgun. Ooh, I'm like a fucking ghost rider here, that's cool. Pretty sure that's the motorcycle person on it with like flames and shit in Ghost Rider. And yeah, on most motorcycles you do the wheelie. This is no exception for best possible speed. already probably on for like a second and that's it. It's annoying. Okay. Off in the last minute, I'm gonna get off, I think, here. Okay, he's just gonna turn the bike, apparently. It seems on the mood. I think, guys. Shit, come on. Ah, come on. Ah, fuck. Oh, fuck. It is good. So I guess he cannot be eliminated in the first couple minutes. Okay. It's pretty interesting. So I guess with them little Ghost Rider powers, he cannot be eliminated. Kinda wish I knew that earlier, but whatever. Where should I even go? Oh. Oh, I see him. Shit. Okay, well, my strikes go sometimes be blue. Okay, that's how it fucking works. That's good. We only got a pistol on someone. Oh shit. Wait, he didn't see me, I don't know. So it's not the lightning, apparently. Got mini SMG now? Yeah. Already not booked either, or what? Unless I can strike on something. What is armor? I don't risk it. Oh shit. Oh, come on. Fucking game. Uh-oh. How come I couldn't do shit on mine, but other people can do shit on theirs? Fucking bullshit, man. Such a fucking bull. So, yeah. Okay, I'm on the bike again. Cool. Oh yeah, apparently. Maybe they disabled a stone hatchet apparently on the bike in this mode, which is kind of lame. I don't feel it would be all that useful, but maybe it would. Like, oh, I didn't realize there was fun molded on that shit. That would have been nice to know. Can't do any more. Come on. Oh, is it Quinonica? Now I'm starting to see how this mode works. Now I'm actually doing good. The action on the... Oh, yeah, we're on the left or something like that. Okay. Two left apparently. What was the action left apparently? I told him. I've never seen him around here, so I should have before. Oh yeah, see him now. Fuck. Fuck. That's that one. Oh. Everyone won once, I guess. Or someone won twice, maybe. Code him at the end. What a good game there. Yeah. Try to see if I can do a second. If not, then I'll end the stream now. That's from my last job. Yep. Invite bug again, it looks like. As always. So I'm probably not gonna get anyone else invited, apparently. Yep, blocked. Because of inviting bug again. Never won again. Well, I guess that basically seals in them. But yeah. Didn't really mention those mechanics in the actual like description and shit, no. Of course I don't learn fucking promotion and shit even. Didn't tell me that shit until the next round even. Yeah. Seems hopeless to even hope for anyone. Cause it's been inviting bullshit. Watching none of these even will show up or anything. Anyone manually doing it like this? Of course not. Nice fucking vine bugging and it's just a spear in it, looks like. Yep. Good game. Good fucking game. Never known such a broken ass game. This might be the most broken game I've known. I don't need to play PlayStation shit. I'm usually playing Nintendo shit that's actually good fucking quality. Typically it doesn't have these issues and shit. I mean for single player, but not online. Nintendo's a joke when it comes online. These third parties on PlayStation and Xbox get it right. Fucking Nintendo Switch online on the RAM though. That shit's trash. Switch online is absolute fucking garbage though. Still no Smash 64 coming out anytime soon. But on that N64 online, that $50 fucking expansion pass shit. Still no Super Smash Bros. 64, apparently. Yeah, fucking Mario Party gets to be on there. But I'm fucking done with this stream. Stupid matchmaking issues. Can't even fix that shit, apparently. Can't even be bothered to do that shit. At least I have to play the first map, though. Other maps are probably the same regurgitated bullshit anyways. Only on different fucking maps. Probably no other fucking difference. It's pretty fun mode, not gonna lie though. Like the gimmick with like the thermal vision. And it kinda uses like the biker bonus, like favorite bike kind of mechanical effect to sync this. Where you get like more health and stuff. It's kind of cool in game mode though. Seriously, and I'm stuck on the clouds. How the fuck am I stuck on the clouds? Like finally out of the clouds. About fucking time. Okay, loading here now again. I gotta load super fucking slow though. Also have to change that.
Just like in San Fierro. Fucking bridge.
But yeah. I don't know what the fuck's going on. People are being really fucking irritating in my real fucking life right now. I did not forget Red Dead, by the way. I'll be waiting until at least October 18th on Red Dead. Because the Halloween content coming out still. I'm gonna be it for this stream. Hope you enjoyed.